Welcome back to the deep dive. Really glad you could join us today. We're setting out on a mission, maybe sounds a bit specific at first, but I think the ideas behind it are, well, pretty universal. We're aiming to really dig into the foundations, the sources behind one particular resource. And that resource is NP Talk, FNP 2024 Exam Prep. Now, hang on, before you think we're diving into like study guides or practice questions for the FNP exam itself, our deep dive today isn't really about the family nurse practitioner content per se. We're actually stepping back a bit, trying to figure out what builds this thing. Okay, let's unpack this.
Yeah, and that's super valuable for you listening in, whether you're actually prepping for an exam or just trying to get your head around any complex topic, really. Knowing the original sources, especially for study materials, it can seriously empower your learning. It just gives you a clearer picture.
A blueprint almost.
Exactly, a blueprint. You understand the architecture, and that changes how you interact with it.
Right. So for MP Talk, the specific building blocks we found, they are the Sarah Michelle Crash Course and Fitzgerald's FNP 2024 Workbook. Right. Those specific names. What does it tell us, you think, that these are the core ingredients?
That's a really good question, and it tells us quite a bit, actually. Anyone familiar with FMP prep probably knows Fitzgerald's. It's often seen as like the gold standard, super comprehensive.
Very in-depth.
Definitely. It builds that solid foundation. But then you have the Sarah Michelle Crash Course. And like the name suggests, that one's known for being really fast-paced, condensed, good for quick recall.
Ah, so like the final sprint material?
Sort of, yeah. Or hitting those high-yield facts quickly.
Okay, so you've got these two pretty different styles, the deep dive from Fitzgerald's and the quick hit from Sarah Michelle. How do you think NP Talk actually puts them together? Is it like an even mix, or does it maybe lean one way?
Well, what's interesting is how they seem to work together, the synergy. When you see something like NP Talk, pulling from both a really detailed text and a quick-fire crash course, it kind of suggests it isn't meant to be your first stop for learning the material from scratch.
Okay, so not for the absolute beginner.
Probably not.
Yeah.
It seems more optimized for reinforcement and applying what you already know. It points towards NP Talk being maybe a really efficient tool for targeted review, helping you consolidate, apply things, but maybe not build the initial knowledge base. Which then raises that question, right? If you are using NP Talk, how should you maybe adjust your study strategy knowing this?
That's a really practical point. So if I'm listening, I'm prepping for my FNP exam. What's the actual tangible advantage of knowing this DNA, knowing it comes from Fitzgerald's and Sarah Michelle? How does that change what I do?
Well, knowing this gives you a bit of a strategic edge, doesn't it? For instance, if you're just starting out, you'd know, okay, maybe NP Talk isn't where I begin. You'd probably want to hit Fitzgerald's or something similar first.
Build the foundation.
Exactly. But once you have that base, then NP Talk could become, incredibly useful for pinpointing key areas, practicing concepts, getting that rapid recall sharp for the exam. It helps you trust the depth behind it because you know Fitzgerald's is in there, but also use it strategically for that faster review pace from Sarah Michelle.
So it helps you use the tool more effectively because you understand its purpose?
Precisely. You approach studying smarter, more efficiently because you get what it's designed for, its strengths.
Okay, so we've done this deep dive, and I think the main takeaway is pretty clear now. We have a much sharper understanding of the specific, authoritative sources that really make up the backbone of NP Talk, FNP 2024 exam prep. It's not just some random collection of notes. It's synthesized from these two well-regarded but different foundations.
If we connect this to the bigger picture, this idea is just so powerful for your whole learning journey, really. Understanding where your information comes from, especially for something critical like exam prep, where, accuracy is everything. It informs so much. It shapes your trust, definitely. It affects how you approach studying.
Your efficiency, too, right?
Absolutely. It boosts your efficiency because you're not using a tool for something it wasn't primarily designed for.
Yeah.
It's all about being a more, let's say, informed and strategic learner. Always asking, okay, what's this actually made of?
Yeah, I like that, being strategic. So here's something to chew on. Knowing the exact sources that your prep resource draws from, how might that change the way you approach your own learning? Or how you prepare for whatever your next big challenge is? Think about that information's blueprint, its DNA, like we said. What does that tell you about what it's really for? Thanks for diving deep with us today. It was great unpacking this. Until next time, keep exploring those surprising details.